Hey, what's going on, guys? Are you a brand new business owner? Are you looking to get on the first page of Google, preferably in the Google Maps section? Well, if you are, you're going to love this video, so watch this! Okay, guys, so I'll try to make this lesson short. I'll try to make it fun. And for the new business owner, I'll try to make it very simple and interesting. That's a big task, but I'm going to try to do all of them. So I'm just using a keyword up on top here. It's just called, in the Google search, I'm just using a keyword called DUI lawyers. Just picked it up off the top of my head and just pick that. You could, if you're a plumber or if you're an electrician, just put in, plumbing and heating jobs, or electrician, light repair, something like that. Okay, use your imagination. The top section up top here is the ad section, meaning that you have to pay. And this is like a bidding war for each keyword. So for example, DUI lawyers, these people up on top are paying whether you use them or not. So if I was to click DUI defense, the law place of Florida, if I was to click this link right here, money would come out of their prepaid Google account, meaning that they pay, they may have $1,000 for the month for advertising. And if I was to click that link right there, maybe $80 or $90 would come out of their account. Now you may be saying, well, that's a lot of money. A DUI case could be $5,000 to $10,000. So most lawyers will pay $80 per lead. Now, not all keywords are $80. Some are as low as 25 cents, depending on the keyword. Just a bad example would be, for example, yarn or knitting. I'm sure that's a lot less than $80. I'm sure that's just a couple of dollar keyword. Right? I just want you to get the point. Underneath the ads, what's called the Google Maps. And the reason why everyone wants to be in the Google Maps is because when you type in DUI lawyers on your cell phone, there's a tap to call. So if I was to see Odom and Del Camp on the mobile device, instead of website and directions, I would just see a call button. And I would just tap that button rather, and I would call the firm. You got to realize what people are doing these days, especially on their cell phone, is they're not going to your website. They're looking at two things. They're looking at your placement, meaning how far away you are from them, and they're looking to see how many 5-star reviews you have. So let's take a look at this example. I'm sure Anne Borghetti is a great criminal justice attorney. However, she only has 4 reviews. If I needed a criminal justice attorney, there's no doubt about it that I would use Odom and Del Camp, because to have 43 5-star reviews. Now, they're only 0.3 miles from my house, but let's say the law offices of Russo and Sullivan here, say they had 80, and they were just a little further away, I would drive the extra, 4 miles, 5 miles to go see them. Right? So distance isn't necessarily important in regards to the service that you're looking for. So if you just want some quick pizza, well, naturally, I don't want to drive 5 miles when I could just drive 0.3 miles, right? Or I need Chinese food. But if it's something serious like a divorce lawyer or a DUI lawyer, I'm going to drive the extra amount of time. So what I'm looking for is I am looking for how many reviews did that have great reviews, that have 5-star reviews, and most of all, how far away are they from me, and can I just tap the call? So that's why 70% of all clicks are right here, especially on mobile. They're not going to your website. They're not going to go check your services. Okay? It's important to create a website. You know, as crazy as this sounds, you're trying to create a website for Google, so Google knows what you do. Very few people, especially on mobile, are going to read the About Us page when they have a serious situation, especially a 24-hour emergency service like DUI lawyer or a plumber. If you have a broken pipe, you just want to tap the call. You get the point. And then this is the organic section. I don't like the organic section anymore. That's this section right here. I just don't like it. I really feel over the past couple of years, Google has messed with it too much, and they gave too much prominence to directories. So if I needed a DUI lawyer and I didn't want to click one of the paid advertisements because I wasn't sure how far away they were from me, you know, sometimes these are just services. And I started to go into the organic right here. Well, Justia, that's a directory. Expertise, that's a directory. Thumbtack is a directory. FindLaw is a directory. I don't know what DUI.com is. It sounds like a directory. So affordable legal fees. You know, this may be the first website, the first local website. So you could see this is the reason why for a local business, this is the most important area, is the Google 3-pack. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to get your business in the Google 3-pack. All right, guys, I hope that was clear as to how Google works and why you want to be in the Google 3-pack. So your next question is, how do I get my business in the Google 3-pack? Well, there's a couple of factors that you need, and we could go into each factor in another video, but I'm just giving you an overview, a 500-foot view of how to do this, okay? So on the right-hand side, you see where it says in that big box, it says GMB. That's called a Google My Business. If you don't already have one, you need to have a Google My Business. And it's real simple. You just go to google.com/business. I'll put the address in the description box below. You just click it. You'll need a Google email address. You'll fill out the steps, and they'll mail you a postcard with a number, a confirmation number. You'll take that number. Once you get it, you'll put it in your Google My Business, and you'll be verified. Very simple. You'll also need a website. Now, your website needs to be built around your Google My Business. So, if you're a law firm, I'm using that as an example today, and you picked your #1 category as law firm, right? Or a criminal defense attorney. You need to build your homepage around that keyword. Not about car accidents, and not about trial lawyer, and not about, you know, all these other subjects. You need to build it around the one subject that you pick. That's all your homepage should be about. All right, now we're talking about getting ranked in the Google 3-pack. The main thing you want to do is when you're building your homepage, you want to build your homepage around the #1 Google My Business category that you selected. Inside your Google My Business, you want to take pictures with your cell phone all over your office. Just keep snapping away, and you'll upload those pictures to Google My Business. You also want to stand outside your office and take pictures of the outside of your office, of your building. If you have a sign with your name on it, please take that picture also. If you're in an office with five other businesses, but one of the offices is yours and it has the five other businesses, take a picture of that sign. All right, all it's letting Google know is your office 5A and somebody else is in 5B and somebody else is in 5C and so on and so forth. That's perfectly legal, that's fine. But take a picture of that sign with your business included with everyone else's and upload that picture to Google My Business. If you have business cards, if you have shirts, if you have promo material, take a picture of that and upload it to Google My Business. Google wants to see all that neat stuff. Okay? The next thing you want to do is you want to get reviews. Now, if you just created a Google My Business and you just created your website, it would seem kind of suspicious to Google for you to get 40 reviews over 2 days. You'll probably get your Google My Business suspended. Or if you've had a website for the past 4 years and now you have 25 reviews in the next 2 hours. You had no reviews this whole time. Now all of a sudden in the last 2 hours you just got 25 reviews. You're going to get suspended. So what do I mean by that? Get 3 reviews, get 4 reviews in 2 or 3 days, and just spread them out over the month or 2. Okay? In your reviews, if you're in Orlando, Florida, and you're a car accident attorney, the people that you're sending your review link to, have them use the keyword and have them use the city, if possible. You can't tell people what to say, but you could kind of suggest it, right? Because I use this example all the time. I gave my link, my review link, to one of my best clients, and I said, please give me a review. And he said, Mindsaw is the best. I got a 5-star review, but the best at what? The best website design firm, the best SEO firm. Google would be confused. Now, not all your reviews have to be super optimized, because that looks kind of fishy also. However, try to get most of your reviews to be optimized. I was looking for a car accident attorney in Orlando, Florida. I came upon the Jones law firm and Mr. Jones, so on and so forth. Help me with blank, blank, and blank, right? Maybe some more keywords in there if possible. That helps out a lot. The next thing you want to do is inside Google My Business, there's something called posts. And you want to post 3 or 4 times a week. It's just really simple. In the Google My Business, you click Posts, you select a picture, and you post. If, for example, we'll use it off the top of my head, car accident attorney Orlando, you write about car accidents in Orlando, and then you put at the end of the article, at the end of 100, 200 words, you'll put your name, address, and phone number. So, for example, you'll put the Jones Law Firm, 1010 Main Street, Orlando, Florida, 33782, whatever the zip is in Orlando. You want to make sure in your Google post that you include your name, address, and phone number, otherwise known as NAP, in all your Google posts. Okay? So that's just something that you could fool around with in GMB. Now, after this slide in the next section, I'll show you what a GMB looks like. We'll go in mine, and I'll show you where you post pictures and where you get your review link and how to post, how to create posts. So it's going to be real simple. All right. Now, like I said, on your website, your home page, you want to build your homepage around your main category, your Google My Business category. And that's the only thing that you want to write about, and you only want to get pictures on that category. So, for example, if it's trial lawyer, you want to get a lot of pictures of courtrooms and pictures of the attorneys working in courtrooms, anything that has to do with trial lawyer. And if it's a graphic artist, you want pictures of people working on the computer, creating graphic art. And if it's plumber, you want plumber's crack. Nah, you don't want plumber's crack. But you know what I mean, right? You want people working. You want your staff with the shirt, Pittman Plumbing, working on plumbing, on hot water heaters and, you know, that type of stuff. Electrical, same thing, right? We got the idea. Just work around that category. Don't start skipping around. You're going to confuse Google. All right? Now, once you have your home page on your website, you want to create other pages. Now, there are other GMB categories. So, for example, we're going to go back to lawyer. If you pick trial lawyer as your first category, you have criminal defense attorney as your second category. And I forget what the third and fourth other lawyer categories are. Or if I think bankruptcy, divorce lawyer, those are other ones. If that's what you do, you need to build a page for every category that you select on Google My Business. You need to create a page for that category. All right, I hope that makes sense. For every page, for every category you select in Google My Business, you need to create a page, an inside page for that category. Whatever you tell Google in your GMB you do, you need to create a page showing that you do it. Right? I can't say it any more clear than that. Then you need to create what's called keyword pages. Right? There are different types of keyword pages. So, for example, there are short tail keyword pages. For example, plumber or lawyer. Very hard to break into those type of page of keyword pages. Or mid-tail keywords. For example, instead of electrician, electrical contractor. Or there's something called long-tail keywords. For example, top motorcycle accident attorney, right? They'll get less searches. However, they're very focused, niche-focused keyword. If you were in a motorcycle accident, you would be looking for that keyword. So you may only get 50 searches a month. However, all 50 are people who've gotten into motorcycle accidents, God forbid, right? Then there's long-term evergreen keywords. And we did this for an attorney in regards to Backpage. Backpage is like a Craigslist type of internet site, and people get arrested for all types of things on Backpage. So we created some articles on Backpage, and that page to this day still gets thousands and thousands of searches and hits per month, right? So that's a good way of letting Google know what you do. So, for example, 10 ways to lower your heating bills next winter. If you're a plumber, you just need to think of your industry. Now, you're not going to show up in the Google 3-pack for that. However, it's going to give you what's called domain authority by creating great content on your website, and people are reading the content on your website and staying on your page longer. So Google's going to increase your page authority. Page authority has to do with two things. It has to do with the content on your website as well as backlinks coming back to your website. I don't want to get too complicated. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. The next thing we have is what's called geo-targeting keywords. So for example, car accident in Orlando, or plumber, hot water heater plumber in New York City, right? What you could do is you could use, there are tools that you could use, for example, Keyword Explorer in AdWords, or you could buy a program called SEMrush or SpyFu or Ahrefs, and you could check out your competitors' keywords and see what they're ranking for, and you could write similar articles on the same subjects. And then there's something called LSI keywords. LSI stands for latent semantic indexing, and all that means is that if you created an article called "Lower Your Heating Bills" and you didn't add the word plumbing in anywhere in that article, Google would know that "lower your heating bills" meant that it was coming from a plumber's website, that it has to do with plumber. Google makes that association. Then there's something called brand-related keywords. So if you wanted to create some keyword pages, for example, years ago I wanted to be known as website design. So if you type in Mindsaw, the next keyword that will come up in Google is website design. Right? Now I want to be known as last couple of years as local SEO. So I've been working on my branding so when somebody types in Mindsaw, Google associates me with as a local SEO firm. If you were to type in coffee, you would find Starbucks, or if you would type in copier, you would find Xerox. So we went over the GMB category pages. We went over some keyword page ideas, right? And now we're going to go over what's called city pages. If you're located in Brooklyn, New York, or you're located in Tampa, Florida, you need to have a page on your website that has everything about Tampa, Florida. So for example, you go over to Wikipedia and you grab some stats. You don't copy and paste, but if it was founded in 1700 or 1800, whenever it was founded, it's okay to put that. I like to use a website called iWriter, and what I'll do is I'll find several websites, like for example Wikipedia. I'll go to the Tampa main website, the city page for Tampa, Florida. I'll go to the Chamber of Commerce and so on and so forth. I'll send those 4 websites over to a writer over at iWriter, and I'll say, hey, highlight a couple of, the year it was created and some interesting facts about Tampa, and I'll get, a 1,500 word article, just everything about Tampa. Now, that link does not need to go on your website. You don't need that link. You could put it in the footer, but you don't need to have that as a highlighted link where people are going to actually. This is for Google. This is letting Google know where you're located. I've had very good success by creating what's called city pages for websites that I'm trying to rank in the Google 3-pack. Now, there's a lot more that has to go with it, but it's a real good start to create a page, a city page, for the city that you're located in. Now, I'm going to give you another tip. I was going to put it in this lesson, but there's something called corporated and incorporated cities. So if you're in Tampa, Florida, well, I'm in Tampa, Florida. If I type in cities in Tampa, Florida, if I type in Google, cities in Tampa, Florida that are unincorporated, unincorporated cities in Tampa, Florida, there may be 7 or 10. These are just like smaller suburbs, like neighborhoods. I would write articles. I would write articles on those cities. So, for example, I'm making a city up. Orange City is an unincorporated city in Tampa. I would get an article written about Orange City here in Tampa. Right? Does that make sense? Unincorporated. Unincorporated. Find all the unincorporated cities within your city, areas within your city, and write little, 500 to 1,000 word articles and just put them on your website. Like I said, you don't need the links, on your homepage or in your footer. Just have them connect to your homepage. All right, that's a little pro tip for you. It's going to show relevancy to Google. Google loves those unincorporated cities. That's a little nugget. That's an advanced nugget, to be honest with you. That's an advanced nugget. All right. Then the next thing is we need backlinks. So we need to show Google what we do. Well, if you have a brand new website, the only backlinks, a backlink is just a link on another website coming back when you click the link coming back to your website. The only link you should have if you have a brand new website is a brand website. So, for example, Jones Law Firm. Jones Law Firm. You should have articles written on other blogs, and you could get those articles written on Fiverr or on WebRanker 2.0. It's web20ranker.com. Or you could get some expired Web 2.0s. And if it's a brand new website, just use your brand, Jones Law Firm, and that should be the only link coming back to your website, either mostly to your homepage, but to your contact page, your About Us page. Sprinkle them around, make it look natural. But just use your brand link. If you've been established for over 6 months, well, now you could start using links like Best Lawyer in NYC. And now your Best Lawyer in NYC link should go to your Lawyer in NYC page on your website. It shouldn't go to your homepage. Make sure your backlinks go to your keyword pages, your specific keyword pages that you're trying to rank. All right, that's going to give relevancy to the Google 3-pack. Right? I hope that makes sense. So that's how you do backlinks. In regards to citations are directories. So, for example, we've all heard of Yelp, YP Yellow, Better Business Bureau, Superpages, Manta, Angie's List. You should go and sign up for all of those. What those directories do is they ensure to Google that your website, that your address, your physical address is 1010 Main Street, if that's your address. If it says 1010 Main Street on your Yelp page, on your Better Business Bureau, your Angie's List, and so on and so forth, well, then Google has to confirm that your address is 1010 Main Street. Now, here's the thing. Make sure in your Google My Business, whatever your address is in your Google My Business, please make sure that that same exact address is on your website. So if your Google My Business, if it says Suite 202, make sure on your website it says Suite 202. Right? And if it says Suite 202 in your GMB, and on your website, we'll make sure when you fill out your Yelp page that you put Suite 202. Everything has to be as close as possible. All right? Down to the period. Down to the period. Everything has to be as close as possible. You also want to create all your social media, right? So your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, and you want to make sure that when you're filling out your profiles, you use the same exact address that's on your Google My Business and on your website. That's going to ensure to Google that that's your address. So when you have your address correct on all your citations, and it's all correct on your GMB and your website and your social profiles, Google has enough to go by to say, okay, we could trust them and put them in the Google 3-pack. Well, now you have to do, now you have to do some backlinking. You have to get more citations. You have to create Google posts in your GMB. You need reviews, and that's how you bring up the rankings of your in the Google 3-pack, right? So like I said, this is just a 500-foot view on how to do it. I'm sure if you didn't really have an idea as to how to get ranked in the Google 3-pack, this video will definitely help you. All right, so listen, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I hope this video helped you. If you're home and you have a family, please thank your family for allowing you to watch this video for almost 30 minutes. Give your wife a kiss, give her a big hug, or give your husband a big hug, or your kids. And because, listen, that's why we do this, right? We do this for our families. We do this to have a better life for our families, whatever business you're working, and whatever I'm doing here, we're doing this not necessarily for ourselves, we're doing it for our families and for people who love us. So don't forget to thank them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Hey guys, so I'm doing these videos for free. It was supposed to be a course. It's $2.99. If you could please donate to my channel, that would be great. If not, please share this video. Okay, thank you guys.